Imagine waking up every day, knowing exactly who you need to be. No doubts, no excuses. No more of that voice in your head saying, "I'll start tomorrow." What if weakness wasn't just a flaw, but a death sentence? That's how the samurai lived. The samurai of feudal Japan didn't have the option to procrastinate. For them, weakness meant death. And so, they created something far beyond fighting techniques. A complete system to forge the human spirit. We're talking about Bushido, the way of the warrior, and Shugyo, the austere training. Here's the truth nobody tells you. These philosophies weren't designed to be pretty. They were built for real battlefields, with real consequences. Welcome to the inner pathway. You've heard of Japanese discipline, samurai, and honor. But what really happened when a young warrior stepped into a dojo for the first time? How was he broken ... and rebuilt? And most importantly, how can you use the exact same method today, in the 21st century, without ever touching a sword? If you're ready to reject weakness and step onto the warrior's path, stay with me on the inner pathway. Before we dive deeper, if you love content about Eastern philosophies, ancient wisdom, and Japanese traditions, like this video and subscribe to the inner pathway. It helps us reach more warriors like you. Also, comment below right now. I reject weakness. Let that be your symbol of taking a new direction in life. Now, let's begin. Chapter 1, Bushido. 3 Japanese characters that mean the way of the warrior. But make no mistake, it's not just any path. It is the path. The only path a samurai could follow if he wanted to survive and live with purpose. Bushido originated between the 12th and 16th centuries during Japan's feudal period. It was a brutal time. Clans warred constantly for territory. Betrayal was common. Death was daily. In this chaos, one question emerged. How do you create warriors who never run away? How do you forge men who choose death over dishonor? The answer was Bushido, not just a code of conduct, a complete philosophy of life, a way to restructure the human mind. Bushido was built on 7 fundamental virtues. Gi, righteousness, doing what is right, always, even when no one is watching. U, courage, not the absence of fear, but action despite fear. Jin, compassion, strength without kindness is just brutality. Ri, respect, recognizing value in everyone without arrogance. Makoto, honesty, your word is your life. Meo, honor, your reputation is more important than your life. Shugi, loyalty, absolute commitment to your master, family, and purpose. These virtues were not optional. They were not suggestions. They were the framework that kept a samurai alive, mentally and physically. A samurai who violated them had 2 choices: execution or seppuku, ritual suicide, because living without honor was worse than death. Imagine a society where your word is worth more than your life, where you'd rather die than lie, where weakness is unacceptable. Extreme? Yes, but it created the most disciplined, focused, and efficient warriors in history. Now, let me tell you a story. 16th century. A young man named Tada enters the dojo of a famous master. He's 14. He's just lost his father in battle. His family is gone. He has nothing but the clothes on his back and a promise to his dying father. I will become strong. The master looks at him and says, "Strength? You don't know what strength is, but I'll teach you. If you survive." For the first 6 months, Tada didn't touch a sword. No techniques, no combat. He cleaned the dojo, carried water, washed clothes, served tea, woke before dawn, slept last. And for every mistake, spilled water, lukewarm tea, a disrespectful movement, he was punished. This is Bushido. Before learning to fight, you learn to serve. Before external strength, you master internal strength. Because a warrior without humility is dangerous. A warrior without discipline is useless. After 6 months, Tada finally held a wooden sword. He practiced the same moves 1,000 times a day, every day, for months. When he asked, "When will I learn advanced techniques?" the master replied, "When these basics become part of you, when you no longer think about them, when they flow like breathing." It took Tada 2 years. Only then did the real training begin. We don't need to live exactly like feudal samurai. That was a brutal era with no room for error. One mistake in battle meant death. But what we can do here on the inner pathway is apply their life philosophy today. Discipline, commitment, righteousness, courage, compassion, respect, honesty, honor, and loyalty. Live like a modern samurai, walk the warrior's path. But one crucial piece is still missing. Chapter 2, Shugyo. Now that you understand Bushido, the code, let's talk about the execution Shugyo, austere training. But training doesn't capture it. Shugyo is forging. Being broken and rebuilt, voluntary suffering with purpose. The samurai believed you only discover who you truly are at the absolute limit of body and mind. Comfort hides weakness. Ease masks incompetence. Only in extremes do you see clearly. Shugyo included practices that seem insane today. Mizagi purification under icy waterfalls at winter dawn. For hours, Takijyo meditation under pounding waterfall force. Kanjyo intense training in freezing winter cold. No warm-up, no breaks. Shugyo in scorching summer heat sessions, lasting all day, weeks, even months. The goal: eliminate ego completely. That voice saying, "This is too hard. I can't. This isn't for me." Shugyo destroys it. When you on your 100th day of grueling training, barely sleeping, barely eating, body screaming to stop, and you keep going, something shifts. You realize that voice isn't you. It's just fear, temporary weakness. And it can be ignored. A real example, Miyamoto Musashi, Japan's most legendary samurai. He won over 60 deadly duels. How did he train? He isolated himself in mountains for years. Alone, no master, no dojo. In his Book of 5 Rings he wrote, "Around age 30, I looked back and saw my victories weren't from perfect strategy. So I trained morning and night, seeking the deep principle. At 50, I naturally arrived at the path. Since then I've lived without following others." This is Shugyo. You don't follow a method. You become the method. Musashi reprogrammed his mind through intentional suffering. Eliminated hesitation, doubt, fear. In battle, he had already won. Mentally unshakable. Chapter 3, modern application. You might think I'm not a samurai. I'm not meditating under icy waterfalls. How does this apply to me? Great question. Bushido and Shugyo aren't about swords or armor. They read timeless principles of human development. They work in any context. Work, relationships, career, personal growth. Let me translate the virtues from modern life. GI. Righteousness. Do the right thing when no one watches. Don't cheat your diet. Don't skip workouts. Don't lie at work. Integrity always. You courage, have hard conversations. Confront fears, make the call, send the message. Decide Jin. Compassion. Be strong. Not cruel. Help others. Teach. Strengthen those around you. Respect. Treat everyone with dignity. CEO to janitor, boss to waiter. Respect has no hierarchy. Makoto. Honesty. Your word is sacred. If you said it, do it. Keep promises. Mayo. Honor. Build unbreakable reputation. Be known for consistency. Always deliver. Chugi. Loyalty, full commitment to family, goals, your word. No half measures. Now Shugyo in practice. 1. Choose voluntary discomfort. Samurai had waterfalls. You have 5 a.m. Gym, difficult projects, new skills. Pick something your brain resists and do it daily. No negotiation. But remember, Kaizen, continuous improvement. Don't overhaul everything overnight. That backfires. Choose one uncomfortable thing. Do it daily. 2. Train on bad days, especially when tired, unmotivated. Those days reprogram your mind. 3. Eliminate leaks. Samurai had no Netflix, no social media, No endless distractions. You do identify escapes that kill potential cut them. Use rewards strategically, not as avoidance for create unbreakable rituals. Samurai had rigid routines: wake, meditate, train, eat, train, sleep. No exceptions. You need the same morning routine, workout routine, study routine. Follow religiously. But life isn't controlled. Emergencies happen. Adapt like water, flowing over any surface. Samurai were disciplined but adaptable. 5. Practice ego death. Accept criticism. Seek feedback. Admit wrong. Be humble. Ego is your greatest enemy. Destroy it daily. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi discovered the happiest people voluntarily face difficulty and overcome it repeatedly. He described Shugyo without knowing it. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman explains difficult tasks, especially early morning, release healthy dopamine. You train your brain to link effort with reward. Modern neuroplasticity confirms. Repeated discipline rebuilds your brain new neural connections. You become biologically different. This isn't metaphor. It's science. One final samurai concept. Ichigo Ichie. One chance, one encounter. Each moment is unique, never repeats. That's why they lived with intensity. This opportunity to change, grow, become stronger may not come tomorrow. That workout you're tempted to skip, it might change everything. That hard conversation you're avoiding, it might define your next year. Ichigo Ichie. Now or never. Recap. You learned Bushido, the 7 virtues that structured samurai life. Shugyo, forging through intentional discomfort, and how to apply both today on the inner pathway. But knowledge without action is just entertainment. You didn't come here to be entertained. You came to change. So direct question, what will your Shugyo be? What one difficult thing will you do every day without exception for the next 30 days? Gym at 5 a.m.? Cold showers? Studying 2 hours? That avoided project? Choose now. Commit. Samurai knew. You don't become strong avoiding weakness. You become strong destroying weakness daily. It hurts. Every day. But pain with purpose rebuilds you. Pain without purpose only breaks. Choose. Another person who knows but does nothing? Or someone who rejects weakness and forges daily? If this impacted you, if you're ready to begin your forging journey on the inner pathway, comment below your personal Shugyo. What challenge will you face for 30 days? Putting it in words creates public commitment. Incredibly powerful. See you in the next video. Until then, reject weakness always.